everyone, a very good evening and welcome to today's live session. This is Gayatri here, and please be active throughout the session so that you are able to utilize this session to the maximum. Yes, as and when we solve questions, do try it out and give me the answers. It's completely fine if you make any mistake in any of the questions. The important thing is that you should try out the questions during the session, okay? Then only the session will be useful for you. So let's get started. In today's session, we are going to be looking at questions from the reasoning ability section for the upcoming SBI mains examination. So we'll be solving few questions on topics like blood relations, puzzles, arrangements, okay? Great. So let's get started. Let's look at the first question for the session. So let me share my screen. First question. The first question is on directions. So try this out. What is given? So solve the question and give me the answer. Sunil walks towards the east from point A, turns right at point B and walks the same distance as he walked towards east. He now turns left, walks the same distance again, finally makes a left turn and stops at point C after walking the same distance. The distance between A and C is how many times as that of A and B? What is given here? Sunil walks towards the east. Yes, all of you know the directions, right? North, south, east and west. So Sunil walks towards the east from point A. So if this is point A, Sunil is walking in this direction and takes a right at point B. Okay, so let us assume that Sunil is walking a distance of x meters or x kilometers, right? So at the point B, he is taking a right turn. So where is he turning? He is turning this side. Right, right means A is facing this side, so this is his right and this is his left. So he is taking a right at B and he is walking the same distance, right? So again he is walking another x meters and then after that he is making a left turn. So from here, right, he is making a left turn. See, Sunil walks towards the east from point A, turns right at point B, walks the same distance as he walked towards the east. He turns to the left and walks the same distance again, and then he again turns to the left and stops at a point C after walking the same distance, okay? So again another x kilometers and he is stopping at C. Now what is the question? The distance between A and C is how many times as that of between A and B? What is the distance between B and C? It is again another x meters. So if this is x, this is also x. Now what is the question? The distance between AC is 2x. Right, or basically the distance between A and C is 2 times the distance between A and B. The distance between A and B is x, distance between A and C is 2x. So distance between A and C is 2 times the distance between A and B. So what is your answer here? Your answer is 2. 2 times. See, this is x, right? So AC is 2x, AB is x, or I can say AC is 2 times AB, right? So the answer here is option 2, 2. Very easy question, right? See, such questions, if it comes, do not leave such questions. These 1 mark questions are mark scoring ones, okay? Now next one. So next question is on inference. So we are moving on to critical reasoning. Now read the question. What is given here? Next time when you lose your baggage or meet with an accident while travelling by train, you need not run from pillar to post and wait for years before the check lands at your door. Which of the following can be inferred from the given information? So look at the options given and tell me what the answer can be. So what is said in the given statement here? If you lose your baggage next time, right, or you are meeting with some accident, when you are travelling by train, you need not run from pillar to post and wait for years before the check lands at your door. Basically, if there is a settlement that has to be done, right, because of loss of baggage, or if you meet with an accident in the train, you need not go from here to there, talk to so many people, go through so many processes, right, before you get the settlement. So you need not wait for that, it will come fast, right? Settlement happens fast. That is what you understand from the given statement. Now what is an inference? An inference is something that is not directly stated, but you can understand or you can infer from the given information. Now what is the first option here? There will be quick settlement of claims into customer's account. Yes, that is exactly what the given statement means, correct? That is what you can infer from the given statement. So definitely your correct answer here is going to be option 1. There will be a quick settlement of claims into the customer's account, or the customer does not have to wait for a long time to get the claim into his account, correct? Now second option says, let's just look at the other options as well. All traveler details will be linked with Aadhaar card. Now what is Aadhaar card there even to do with this, right? You can't, nothing about Aadhaar card is mentioned there. So that is not the correct answer option. The loss will be covered by any insurance company through railways. Again, nothing about this is mentioned in the statement. There will be direct settlement of the claim by IRCTC. Again, who is settling the claim? Is it IRCTC or is it some insurance company? No, nothing like that is given, right? So the correct answer option here is very clearly option 1. Next question. So this one is on statement conclusion. So based on the given conclusion, based on the given statement, what can you conclude? Which of the options can you conclude? You have to find that out. What is given here? Passengers will now get text messages on their mobile phones if their scheduled train gets cancelled. Okay. So if your train gets cancelled, you will get a message in your mobile phone. Which of the following can be concluded from the above statement? First option says, this service is only available to passengers at originating stations. Is anything about originating stations mentioned in the given statement? No, right? There is nothing like that mentioned in the given statement. Just it is mentioned that if your train is cancelled, you will get a message. Okay. So the first conclusion does not follow, or the first option does not follow. Next one, messengers will be sent only in case trains get cancelled due to unavoidable circumstances. Again, nothing like that is mentioned. It is just mentioned that if the train gets cancelled, you will get a message. So they should have mentioned, right, in the statement that you will get the message only if the train is cancelled due to unavoidable circumstances. Nothing like that is given in the statement. So how can you conclude that? So that is also not true. Now, it will help passengers plan for alternative arrangements in time. Yes, this conclusion seems to be true, correct? Why is this text message even given to passengers? Because they are going to, otherwise they will come to the station, right, wait there and then come to know the train has been cancelled, or if they are going somewhere very urgently, they can make alternate plans to reach there on time. So that is why, to help passengers, right, this text message is given. So it is done to help the passengers basically. So third option is our correct option. Okay. Now passengers are advised to invariably mention their mobile numbers on reservation slips. So again, this seems to be see, based on all the options given, this is the closest option that you can choose. So this will also be wrong. Yeah. See, the fourth option seems to be correct, right? It is because obviously it is given in the statement that passengers will now get text messages on their mobile phones if their scheduled train gets cancelled. But out of the options, which is the best conclusion that you can choose? It is this, right? See, this is basically a facility that they are saying which is being given when trains are getting cancelled. Now, why is this facility given? To help the passengers, right? So, even though this seems to be a valid option, among all the options, this is the most suitable one. Option 3. Yes, next one. So the next question is on inference. So what is given here? With the implementation of mobile number portability, mobile subscribers can now keep their existing mobile phones, even mobile phone numbers, even while shifting between states and circles. Which of the following inferences will be definitely true according to the above statement? So what is given here? Because there is mobile number portability, subscribers wherever within India they are shifting, they are able to, or wherever they are shifting between states, they are able to use the same phone number. Now first conclusion says there will be a decrease in national roaming charges. See, this is nothing related to roaming, correct? It is talking about people being able to keep their existing mobile phone numbers. So there will be a decrease in roaming charges is not a valid inference. The profit of mobile phone companies will reduce. Again, nothing about mobile phone companies making profit or making loss due to this mobile number portability is given in the statement. Nothing like that is mentioned, so that is also not a correct inference. Mobile users will retain their service providers. Again, there is nothing about service providers being mentioned here, right? So again, that is also not a valid inference. People won't change their numbers frequently. Yes, this is a valid inference. Very clearly, what are they saying in the statement? They are saying that with this mobile number portability, people will keep their phone numbers as it is when they are shifting between states. So what does that infer? It infers that people will not change their numbers. They will use the same number mostly, right? So they won't be changing it often. So the correct answer option here will be option 4. Next one. Which of the following expressions will not be true if the expression given as follows, right, is definitely true? So look at the given expression and see which of the following expressions will not be true, or which of the following options is false. So look at the first option. What does the first option say? Z is greater than C. Yes, definitely Z is greater than C. See, Z is here greater than or equal to A equal to B greater than C, or I can say definitely Z is greater than C. Very clearly from here you can say, right, Z is greater than C. So this is true. U is less than Y. Yes, U is definitely less than Y. That's also true. Okay. Y is greater than V. Yes, Y is greater than V. That's also true. Z is less than U. Where is Z? Z is here, U is here. Basically, you will get Z is equal to Y, right? If I write it the other way around, it is nothing but Z is equal to Y greater than X greater than W greater than V greater than U. Correct? Or actually, Z is greater than U. Z is not less than U. Okay? Again, B is less than or equal to Y. B is this. Yes, B is definitely less than or equal to Y. That's also true. So which is the option that you are looking for? This is the option that you are looking for. This is your correct answer. All the other options are true. The only false one is Z is less than U, and that is the answer that we are looking for. Correct answer is option 4. Yes, all of you have given me the correct answer for this question. Very good. Next. The next question is on blood relations. So try it. Introducing Karina, Karishma said, "She is the daughter of my mother's only son." How is Karishma related to Karina? See, you can solve this question without using the pen and the paper also. How? What is given? Introducing Karina, Karishma said, "She is the daughter of my mother's only son." Who is my mother's only son? My mother's only son is my brother. She is the daughter of my brother. She is the daughter of my brother means I am one generation above her. Correct? So Karina is there and this Karishma, right, is one generation above Karina. Look at the options given: sister, cousin, sister-in-law, aunt. Now sister, cousin and sister-in-law are all same generation, right? See, these three options mean that Karina and Karishma are going to be in the same generation, which is not true. Definitely Karishma is going to be one generation on top of Karina. So looking at the options, the answer has to be option 3, aunt. Otherwise, you can also draw the blood relations family tree and then find out the answer. See, who is my mother's only son? My brother. So Karishma is there. Okay. Karishma has a brother. Mother's only there because basically they have the same mother, right? My mother's only son. So Karishma has a brother and this brother's daughter is Karina. So what is the relationship between Karishma and Karina? It has to be aunt or uncle based on the gender of Karishma. Again, that is irrelevant here because based on the options you have only aunt. We go with aunt. Sometimes when they give the names, right, again that is also gender. Definitely Karishma is a female. Why? Because my mother's only son. So obviously she has to be the daughter. Right? Sometimes when the gender is not given, right, just by looking at names, don't assume it to be a boy or a girl. See, there are some common names like Krishna. So don't assume Krishna is always going to be a girl, right? It has to be mentioned or you should be able to conclude that Krishna is a girl in the question. Yes, any such name. Whenever, always remember this in blood relations because we all tend to make this mistake. There are some commonly used names. Whenever we see that name, we automatically take that person to be a girl or a boy and solve the question. Don't do that. That information should be made available in the question. Look at the information that is available and then arrive at your answer. Okay. So here Karishma is a girl. So obviously aunt, and based on the options also, that is the only valid option that's there. Yes. Next one. So the next question is on machine input output. Look at the given input here and look at the given steps here and try to find out how these steps are arrived at. What is the logic used for each step? And then we'll let me know the logic if you get it, and then I will start solving it. So what is given here? An input output is given in different steps. Some mathematical operations are done in each step. No mathematical operation is repeated in the next step, but it can be repeated with some other mathematical operation. As multiplication can be used with subtraction in step 1, and the same can be used with addition in step 2, and so on. So take the next 1 or 2 minutes, go through this question, let me know what the logic is for each step, and then we'll start solving. So what is the logic that has been followed here in the first step? See, you have 29 and 15. Right, I am adding these two. 29 plus 15 is 44, right? These two numbers are added to get the resulting number here. 33 plus 31. 33 plus 31 is 64. 21 plus 23 is 44. Very easy. First step is very easy. Okay. Now, second step. How do you arrive at the second step? Here the answer that you are getting is 96. And here 64. So how do you arrive at the second step? The logic that is used here is, see, to arrive at this first number, right, what I am doing is 4 into 4 into 6, right? The first 3 numbers in step 1, I am just multiplying them. 4 into 4 into 6. 4 4s are 16, 16 6 are 96, correct? To arrive at this second resulting answer, what I am doing is I am multiplying the remaining 3 numbers. 4 into 4 into 4, 64. Correct? See, when you have 64 here, 64 is 4 cube, right? And you have 3 4s here. So multiply these 3 4s, you are getting 64. So try multiplying these 3 remaining numbers here. 4 4 6. 4 into 4 into 6. So basically take each number as number here as one unit and then solve, right? Don't take it as 44 like that. 4 into 4 into each digit you are considering. 4 into 4 into 6, right? Next one is 4 into 4 into 4. So that is how you get step 2. Then step 3. How do you get step 3? Step 3 again is a bit different. Okay, see here you have 9. Okay, so what we are doing here is 9 into, what is 6 minus 4? What is difference between these two numbers? 6 minus 4 is 2. So 9 2s are 18. Now to get this number, take the next digit here, 6. 6 into, again, difference between the digits of these numbers is 2. That is 12. Now, the last step, the logic that is used here is, what is 18 minus 12? 18 minus 12 the whole squared. That is 6 squared, which is 36. That is your last step. So this is the logic for the given set. Now, let us look at the input that is given. Okay, as per the rules followed in the steps given about, find out in each of the following questions the appropriate step for the given input. Now, what is your given input here? This is your given input. So let us try to find out the output that can come. Okay, let us do it step by step. We have just discussed the logic here in the previous slide. Now let us look at the steps to be used here. So what do you have here? 12 plus 41, right? You have to add both 12 plus 41. What is that? 53. Okay. So here it will be 17 plus 19. What is 17 plus 19? 36. 23 plus 11? 34. So that is your step 1. Now what will come in step 2? Step 2 was multiplying the first 3 digits, right? That will be the first resultant number. Next 3 digits will be the next resultant number. So 5 into 3 into 3. Correct? 5 into 3 into 3 will come here. What is that? 5 9s are 45. Next one will be 6 into 3 into 4. 18 into 4, that is 72. What was the third step? The third step was 4 into difference between these. Correct? So let me just draw the 2 boxes here for the third step. See the first digit here, that is 4 into difference between these two, 7 minus 2. Correct? 4 into 7 minus 2 is nothing but 4 into 5, which is 20. Similarly, what will come here? 5 into 7 minus 2. So that is 25. And what will be your last step? Your last step will be 25 minus 20. This number minus this number, the whole squared. It is again 25. So here you will get 25. Okay, so some of you are saying that in the last step what you are getting is the LCM of two numbers. See, if such a case comes in the examination, then what do you say, right? It is the way in which the question is framed. Okay, so the last step then it would be, if you are doing it as LCM, right, then your answer is definitely going to be different, right? If this was the case, your answer will be different. So at that point you will go wrong only, nothing else can be done. See, it's like it depends on the luck, right? The person who frames the question has framed it in such a way that there are two possible logics, okay, or they should have given the numbers here in such a way that LCM is not working, but they have given it here in such a way that LCM also works. I think if this same question, let's say it comes in the examination and you are writing going by the LCM, the last step will obviously go wrong, but like I said, it is just luck, right? And moreover, I feel the person who sets the question paper, right, they should also be little more careful. But again, we can't expect that, right? Examiners might be, this logic would have never clicked, they would have set the question. So okay, next. See, now look at the questions that follow. Find the addition of the three numbers obtained in step 1. Okay, find the addition of the three numbers obtained in step 1. So these are the three numbers obtained in step 1. 53 plus 36 plus 34. 53 plus 36 plus 34, which is equal to 123. Option 1. Now, next very important thing to keep in mind. See, like you said, na, the step 4 you are getting a different answer. You might go wrong at that step. Okay, but still remember, because of that all the questions might not go wrong. Moreover, sometimes in machine input output question, when there are such mathematical, when there are such numbers involved, sometimes you might not be able to find the logic for a particular step. Like for example, for this question, some of you, when I gave you the question, you told me that I came till the first step, then I don't know how to proceed, right? Even in such cases in the examination, just skim through the questions. There might be questions which use the step 1 alone, right? At least those questions you will be able to get correct. For example, in this same question, if you had got the first step alone correct, look at the first question that is given. Find the addition of three numbers obtained in step 1. You can find the answer for that, right? So don't skip the full set completely thinking that I have not got the complete logic for all the steps, so I'm not going to be able to solve any of the questions. It is not like that. Sometimes questions will come from 1 or 2 steps which you would have got the logic, right? So keep that in mind before you skip questions in machine input output if it is difficult. So the first one answer is option 1, 123. Next one, find the multiplication of the two numbers obtained in step 3. Multiplication of two numbers obtained in step 3 is 20 into 25. So 20 into 25, 500. Hi Nandlala, good evening, welcome to the session. Find the difference between the two numbers obtained in step 2. Difference between two numbers obtained in step 2, 72 minus 45. 72 minus 45, 27. Find the square of the number which is obtained in step 4. So square of the number obtained in step 4. So here we are getting 25. So 25 squared, that is 625. All those of you who gave me the logic of LCM here, right? See, if you had solved it as LCM, what would you have got here? You would have got 100, correct? 20 and 25, the least common multiple is 100, correct? So this would be the number that you have got, but when you answer this question, you will very clearly know that the logic that you have used is wrong, because that option is not even there, right? 100 squared has to be 10,000. Is that there here in the options given? It's not there. So obviously that logic is wrong somewhere. And so don't worry, even if like these two logics exist, most likely in mains examination they would not give such a question, but even if, like I say, always we have to prepare for the worst. Even if you are getting such a question, based on the options you can very clearly see that you have gone wrong in your logic, right? So definitely you will rethink what the logic could be. Okay, now the correct answer will be option 4, 625. If digit is exchanged within each block, then find the multiplication of two numbers of the two new numbers obtained in step 2. So how will you solve this? If the digit is exchanged within the block, so Step 2, what are the digits that you have? You have 45 and 72. So now it is becoming 54 and 27. So find the product of this, that will be your answer. 54 into 27, it will be 1458, correct? 1458. Now moving on, next question. So the next question is on what is given there. They are talking about 6 friends. Okay, Somu, Deepa, Mahi, Jay, Lokesh and Lovely. They are working in different companies and they are reading different books. So based on that, you have to assign each person to the books that they read and the office where they work. And it is also mentioned about the number of children. They have also given information about the number of children they have. So you have to find out these. Okay, so it's a puzzle. So take the next 1 or 2 minutes, go through the question, try to arrange it correctly, try to order it correctly and let me know if you are done, and then I will start solving the question. Don't wait till I start solving. Try it out. Even if you are not able to get the answer, it is perfectly fine. This is just a practice session, right? But the important part is you have to try. Unless you try, when you will not be able to the session will not be useful, right? You first try, and then when I solve, even if you weren't able to solve, you will understand how to go about it, right? The more you practice, the better you become at puzzles. Okay, how many variables are involved here? So the person, the place where they work, the book they read and the number of children they have. 4 variables involved. Yes, in mains examination definitely you can expect questions where at least 3 to 4 variables are involved, but also remember, when it comes to puzzles, always the question will not be difficult. Don't look at the length of the puzzle and assume that it's going to be difficult. It might not be difficult all the times. So I think I'll start solving the question. Let me just take the next slide. Those of you who are trying, please continue trying. You can refer to this slide and try. I think I will slowly start. Okay, what is given here? 6 friends, Somu, Deepa, Mahi, Jay, Lokesh and Lovely work in different companies, namely these. Okay, each one reads different books as follows, and though not necessarily in the order. Each of them play a particular sport of living, like namely kabaddi, volleyball, dodgeball, football, handball and kho-kho, though not necessarily in the order. Each of them is married and have children. Okay, so a lot of you are telling me you could do only the company, you couldn't do the rest, but it is perfectly fine. Let us solve it now. See where you were stuck. When I solve, I think you will be able to follow, and might be next time when such a question comes, you would be able to answer it correctly. Don't worry if you are not able to get the complete arrangement. Okay, let us solve the question now. The one who is reading the Superman works in Philips. So basically first I am just going to write down whatever information I can find. Okay, so the one who is reading Superman has the same number of no, which one am I? Okay, the one who is reading Superman works in Philips. Okay, the one who is reading Superman works in Philips, and the one who is reading Chacha Chaudhary works in Totus. So I am writing the book here. Okay, book, the company. So the one who is reading Chacha Chaudhary is working in Totus. Okay, and Lokesh plays volleyball. Again, I don't know where to use this, right? Lokesh does not work in Hair or Unisys. Okay, the one who read Superman have the same number of children as the number of alphabets in the company he works in. So the person who reads Superman is working in Philips. So how many letters are there in Philips? Philips. 7 letters are there. Correct? So he has how many children? The number of children he has is 7 children are there. Okay, so there is one more game that you have to write here, which game each of them play, and you have to find their name also. All these are pending. Okay, we have to find out. Yeah, name. I hope my handwriting is clear. Okay, now name, book, company, game and number of children. Now number of children Jay has is 2 times that of Lokesh. Okay, let's wait for that. Somu works in Epsom and reads Champak. So Somu is reading which book? Champak. Book is Champak and works in Epsom. Okay. Lovely does not work in Unisys, okay, and the one who works in hair does not read Nandan. Again, let's wait to use that information. Again, something is said about kids. Let's wait for that. Deepa works in CGL. Okay, so Deepa is working in CGL. So let us write that down. See, if you look at company, these three companies are already filled. So Deepa is working in, we don't know which book she reads. Neither Lovely nor Jay works in Philips. The one, okay, this I have just written down. The one who works in Unisys reads neither Nandan or Heyman. Mahi works in Totus. So who is working in Totus? Mahi works in Totus. The person who reads Batman plays Kabaddi, and the one who reads Nandan plays dodgeball. Okay, let us just keep this here. See, Deepa is working in CGL, right? I am just keeping it aside. What is given here? The person who reads Batman plays Kabaddi. So Batman plays Kabaddi. Yes, and then while the one who reads Nandan plays dodgeball. Nandan plays dodgeball. So why did I write this first? Because this is, see, when you look at the book and the company, right, that is mostly I am able to find out from the given information. Mostly I am able to get most of them. So I let this Deepa be aside, right? If I write Deepa, then it's going to be a confusion. I am not able to fix at least these. So I am just writing these. So how many people are there totally? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people are there totally, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 I have already fixed. So who should be the last one here? Sorry, Kabaddi and dodgeball should come here. No, it's game. So Kabaddi will come here. Okay, this will be dodgeball. Okay, now who should be the which is the last book we are left with? See, we have already fixed 5 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is the last book that we are left with? We are left with He-Man. So this also you can fix now. Okay, so the person who reads Batman plays Kabaddi, while the one who reads Nandan plays dodgeball. The one who plays Coco neither reads Chacha Chowdhury nor He-Man. Okay, the one who plays Coco. Okay, so Coco can't come here, right? Coco can't be here or Coco can't be here. So where can Coco be? Coco can either be here or here. Okay, the one who plays, what is given here? The one who plays Coco reads neither Chacha Chowdhury nor He-Man. So Coco can be here or here. Again we have to finalize either these two. Okay, now Lovely does not play handball. So this is Mahi, this is Somu. Then whom else do we fix? So Coco is here or here. Then these okay, let us look at the company now. What is given? Lovely does not, okay, look at this information. Lovely does not work in Unisys, and the one who works in hair does not read Nandan. Okay, so the one who works in hair does not read Nandan. So where should hair be? Hair should this either this or this. Correct? Now out of this, which one we have to find out. Then what is given? How do I fix that? Neither Lovely nor Jay work in Philips. Then the one who works in Unisys reads neither, yeah, see, look at this. The one who works in Unisys reads neither Nandan nor He-Man. So the one who works in Unisys does not read both. So where should Unisys be? This has to be Unisys. Okay, so if you look at the companies, Unisys can't come here or here. So Unisys has to be here. So obviously this is hair. So what will come here? What are we left with? We are left with CJ here. So if this is CJ, then who is this? This is Deepa. Okay, now next we have to fix, if you look at the names, next we have to fix Lovely. It is given Lovely does not work in Unisys. So where can Lovely come? Lovely does not work in Unisys. So Lovely has to be here or here. right? Now what else is given about Lovely? Let us see. Neither Lovely nor Jay works in Philips. So obviously this can't be Lovely. So this has to be Lovely. And this can't be Jay also because Jay does not work in Philips. So this has to be Jay. So who is this? This has to be Lokesh. And it was mentioned very clearly somewhere, na? Lokesh plays volleyball. So this can't be Coco. So Lokesh plays volleyball. Okay, Lokesh plays volleyball. So Coco is already here. Now what else are we left with? If you look at the games, we are left with 2 games. Which are they? We need to place football and handball. Correct? Now what is given about football and handball? Let us see. Now let us look at the pending sentences that we have not used. Okay, we have used this. Now Lokesh does not work in Higher or Unisys. It is already used, right? Lokesh is working in Philips. He plays volleyball and he has 7 children. Number of children Jay has is 2 times that of Lokesh. So how many children does Jay have? Jay has 14 children. Lovely does not work in Unisys and the one who works in Higher do not need Nandan. That is also used. The number of kids of Lovely is equal to the difference of the number of kids of the one who reads Batman and the one who plays handball. Now where do we have to first find out who plays handball, na? See, here it is given. Again, very easy. Lovely does not play handball. So who has to play handball? Handball can't come here. This has to be handball. So what is this? This is going to be football. So now everything else is done. Only children is pending. Okay. Now when you look at number of children, you know Lokesh is 7, Jay is 14. Right. Now look at this information. The number of children Deepa has is 1 less than the number of children the one who likes Kabaddi has. Right. So the number of children Deepa has is 1 less than the number of children the one who likes Kabaddi has. So Kabaddi is 14. So Deepa has to be 13, which is same as the number of children the one who reads Champak. So Champak also has, this person also has 13 children. Okay. Now number of children of Mahi is 2 less than the number of kids of Somu. So number of children of Mahi is 2 less than Somu means if this is 13, this is 11. So what is the only person whom we are left with here? The number of kids of Lovely is equal to the difference of the number of kids of the one who reads Batman and the one who plays handball. Batman is 14, handball is 11. 14 minus 11 is 3. So this is your final arrangement. Is it clear? See, the way to go about this puzzle is that you will not be, see, so there are some puzzles wherein when you go sentence by sentence, right, all the information is given in order. You just have to go sentence by sentence and arrive at the answer. Here that won't work, right? Keep reading the information that is given, try to fix one thing and then go back to the given paragraph again, skim through the paragraph, get the remaining information and try to arrange the next variable. So that is how this works. Okay. Now this is not the only way in which puzzles will work. It is various, the method that you have to follow, right, is different. Like I said, sometimes just by going step by step, reading sentence by sentence, you will keep getting the arrangement. Sometimes you will have to skim through the given sentences, go back again, take some information and then solve. Okay. So now we have solved this. Let us look at the questions that follow. First question. The man who works in Higher reads what? He-Man. It's not there in the given options, so it is none of these. Which of the following is true? Lokesh works in Unisys. No, Lokesh works in Philips. Correct? Jay works in Totus. No, Mahi works in Totus. Somu reads Chacha Chowdhury. Jay plays Kabaddi. Yeah, Jay plays Kabaddi is correct. Somu reads Champak. So that is wrong. So this is the answer that you are looking for. Next one. Which of the following book, company, person combination is correct? Which combination is correct? Lovely, He-Man, Higher. So that is correct. Who reads He-Man? Lovely reads He-Man. How many children does Lovely have? Lovely has 3 children. So I can say the one who is having, sorry, not 2 kids. The one who has 3 kids. Which of the following sequences of companies represents Lovely, Deepa, Mahi, Somu, Jay, Lokesh in the same order? okay, they are looking at the company, right? So which company is Lovely working in? Lovely is working in higher. Deepa is working in CGL, right? Then Mahi. So this option is gone. This option is gone. Where is Mahi working? Mahi is working in Tortoise, right? So again here it is given Epson. So obviously these two options are also gone. So your correct answer will be none of the above, right? See, there are no options which start with Hare, Seon, Tortoise. Hare, Seon is there here. Sorry, CGL, sorry, whatever, CGL. Tortoise is not there. It should be the third one. So these two are also gone. So what will be the answer here? The answer will be none of the above. Yes, all of you got the answers? Now, moving on to the next set. Okay, next is a question on statement and assumptions. So let's look at it. What is given here? In each of the following questions, a statement is followed by several assumptions. Find out which of the given assumption logically follows the statement, assuming that everything given in the statement is true. The statement says, until 1980, radio was the only source of music for common man. Listening to songs of one choice was strictly the preserve of the elite. Assumptions. First assumption says, until 1980, the elite were not able to listen to music on radio. Second assumption says, until 1980, radio was having programs of airing songs of listeners' choice only for the elite. Third statement says, until 1980, radio was airing music only. So which would be the correct answer option here? Give me the answer. See what is said here, until 1980. Radio was the only source of music for the common man. Okay, so common men, music means they used only radio. They had only radio, right, where they can hear songs. Listening to songs of one's choice was strictly the preserve of elite. So only like rich people could afford to listen to whatever songs they want, right? Might be they had some music system or some what do you call that, tape recorder, whatever, I don't know, like they had some other means, right? So nothing about that is mentioned here. So what they are saying is that until 1980, for common man, radio was the only source where they could listen to songs. Okay, if you wanted to hear your own song, then you had to be a very rich person. Now, first assumption, until 1980, the elite were not able to listen to music on radio. Nothing like this is given in the statement. Right, so that is wrong. Next, until 1980, radio was having programs of airing songs of listeners' choice only for the elite. See, in the statement it is said that only the elite had the ability or the only they could listen to the songs that they wanted to, right? Now that doesn't mean that there is nothing in the statement which says that the radio was airing only programs of listeners' choice only for the elite. Only if something like that is mentioned, you can assume or anything of that sort is there in the statement, then only this assumption becomes correct, right? There is nothing that is mentioned which says the radio was having programs of airing songs only for the elite, right? The only thing that is said in the statement is that elite had the facility to listen to the songs that they like, right? Now using the radio they listened or using any other means they listened, we don't know. For common man, radio was the only source. Okay, and in the radio they will play one set of songs which everybody will have to listen. There they don't play like specifically if I want to listen to one song, I might not get, right? Now third assumption, until 1980 radio was airing music only. Again, that doesn't seem to be, see, radio was airing music only means radio can also air news, right? So a lot of you have given me the answer as option 2. I am sure you are giving the answer as option 2 because yes, until 1980 radio was airing music, not music only, correct? They could also air news, right? In radio stations you hear news also, right? So you can't say that radio was airing music only. I hope it is clear. So here all the three assumptions don't follow. The answer will be none of these. I hope it is clear for the others. Okay, see, in such questions read the options or read the assumptions, whatever be it, correctly. Okay, that is very important. So think for a second, right? They are saying here radio was airing music only. So doesn't the radio air anything else? It can also air news, but is there something like that given in the statement? No. Correct? Okay. Next one. So again, take the next 1 or 2 minutes, go through the information given here, and then we will solve the questions that follow. So what is given here? There are 5 movies: Roadside Romeo, Fashion, Golmaal Returns, Heroes, and Jaane Tu Ya Jaane Na. These are being screened at a multiplex in the city. The multiplex has 4 screens, screen 1, 2, 3 and 4. The show timings are as given below. Based on the given information, you have to find out which movie is screened in which screen at what time. Okay, so go through it, try to get the order, and then we will start solving it. So I think I will go to the next slide and we'll start solving this question together, because here for this question you are not going to get the complete arrangement, okay, based on the given information. That's what I understand. So but when you look at the questions, right, at that point you have to check the various possibilities that can come and then arrive at the answer. Okay, so let me start solving it so that we can, when it comes to the question, we can try out the possibilities together. Okay, right. So there are 5 movies and there are 4 screens. Okay, so you have screen 1, then you have screen 2, screen 3 and screen 4. Okay, the show timings for screen 1 are 12 noon, 4 p.m, 8 p.m. and as follows: only one movie is shown on one screen on at a particular show timing. The details of the show timing for the movies and the screen are as follows. Okay, some information is given, then look at this information. Each of the given movies starts exactly at the given show timing. Each of the movie has exactly 3 hours of duration. Okay, so when are the shows happening in screen 1? If you look at screen 1, okay, the shows are happening in 3 times. There are 3 shows in screen 1. There is 12 noon. That is 12 noon means 12 to 3. 3 hours is each show timing, correct? 12 to 3. Then there is 4 to 7 and then there is 8 to 11. So that is the timings when movies is shown in screen 1. Now look at screen 2. When are movies shown in screen 2? 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. or 1 to 4 and 5 to 8. Right? These are the movie timings for screen 2. 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. For screen 3, it is 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. So for screen 3, 2 to 5, correct? And then 6 to 9. Correct? 3 hours is each show timing. That's how I am writing this. I hope you understand. Then it's 2 to, right? If I put dash, if you don't understand. 8 to 11. 1 to 4. And everything is afternoon, right? Everything is either in the afternoon or in the evening. So there is no confusion of morning. Everything is afternoon or evening. Now, screen 4. When is screen 4 show timings? 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. So, one is 3 to 6 and the other is 7 to 10. So, these are the show timings. That is what we understand. Then, what else is given? The details as follow. There are exactly 3 shows of Golmaal Returns screened on 2 different screens. The number of shows of any other movie is less than Golmaal Returns. So, Golmaal movie has 3 shows. Okay, totally how many shows are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, out of this 9 shows, 3 shows is by Golmaal Returns. The number of any other movie is less than Golmaal Returns. Each movie starts exactly at the given show timing. Each of the movies have exactly 3 hours of duration. Unless a show of a particular movie is completed, another show of the same movie on any screen cannot be started. Now what does that mean? See, for example, if 12 to 3, this Jaane Tu Ya Jaane Na movie is aired in screen 1, between 1 to 4 I cannot air this movie. Basically these times are overlapping, right? For the same movie cannot be aired in two different screens during the same time. Only after 3 o'clock it can be aired now. See, if Jaane Tu Ya Jaane Na is being aired in screen 1 from 12 to 3, the same movie can be aired only after 3 o'clock in any of the other screens, right? Basically, two shows of the same movie timings shouldn't overlap. That is what is given. Then, Heroes has two shows and the first show is on screen 3. So, the movie Heroes has two shows and the first show is on screen 3. So, Heroes can be here or here. Now, next statement says Jaane Tu Ya Jaane Na is on screen 3 at 6 p.m. So, Jaane Tu Ya Jaane Na is 6 to 9. So, where is Heroes? Heroes is here because it is given very clearly. Heroes is screened in, the first show is on screen 3. So, when will be the second show of Heroes? After 5 o'clock, right? It can either be in screen 4 or it can be in screen 2 or it can be in screen 1, anywhere, right? But after 5 o'clock. First show is 2 to 5 and it is happening in screen 3. Roadside Romeo is not shown before completion of Fashion. Golmaal Returns is not screened in the 8 p.m. show. So, this cannot be Golmaal Returns. Or what does that mean? If Golmaal Returns cannot be here, the Golmaal Returns basically has 3 shows. We have to remember that, right? Golmaal Return has 3 shows. So, where can it possibly come? This can be Golmaal Returns, this can be Golmaal Returns and this can be Golmaal Returns. It cannot come here in this slot, right? So, it has to come in 3 slots and the timings also should not overlap. Either it has to be here, here and here, or it can be 12 to 3 here and 3 to 6 here and 7 to 10 here. Anyways, right, we are not sure based on the given information, but what we know is Golmaal Returns cannot come here. Okay. Now, let us look at the next one. 12 to 3 and 3 to 6 is possible, right? Why? Because 12 to 3, once it is over only you are starting the next one, right, at 3 o'clock. So, it is fine. It should not overlap like 12 to 3 and 1 to 4 for the same movie is not possible. Because if a movie is going on at 12 to 3, how can it start at 1 again in another screen? It cannot. But if a movie is going from 12 to 3, then it can be again aired from 3 to 6. That is possible, right? Here it is getting over, the next place it is starting. That is fine. Next. Which of the following can be the movies screened on screen 2 in that order? So, which of the following can be the movies screened in screen 2 in this order? So, screen 2, Heroes and this, can it come? Let us check. So, what are they saying here? Screen 2, this is Heroes and this is Jaane Tu Ya Jaane Na. Can this be possible? No. Why? See, the first show of Heroes, it is given here, right? The first show of Heroes has to happen in screen 3 between 2 to 5. So, how can I air Heroes between 1 to 4 in screen 2? Not possible. So, this option is wrong. Next one. Jaane Tu Ya Jaane Na and Fashion. Okay, is this possible? Let us see. So, here they are saying Jaane Tu Ya Jaane Na and this is Fashion. Okay. So, if this was the case, then what is happening? So, Heroes, yeah. So, if this was the case, this is Jaane Tu Ya Jaane Na, this is Fashion. See, it is given here Roadside Romeo is not shown before the completion of Fashion. So, where should Roadside Romeo come? Roadside Romeo, Fashion is going till 8 o'clock, right? Only after that Roadside Romeo should come. So, Roadside Romeo has to be here. Now, next what should I fix? I have to fix Golmaal Returns, right? So, if I put Golmaal Returns one here and one here and one here, let us say I put one here, okay? 3 Golmaal Returns here. So, what will come here? This will be Heroes. But can this be Heroes? Already 2 to 5 Heroes is here. Here 4 to 7, can Heroes come? No, it is overlapping. So, this is also not a valid option. So, see, in this question, even though we don't get the arrangement correctly, for each and every question you have to try out all the possibilities and find out which is correct. This is also wrong. Now, next is Roadside Romeo and Heroes. Sorry. So, Roadside Romeo and Heroes. So, if this is Roadside Romeo and this is Heroes, what will happen? Let's check. If this is Roadside Romeo, then Again, not possible at all for sure. Why? Because Roadside Romeo is not shown before completion of Fashion. If Roadside Romeo is happening at 1 o'clock, then Fashion has to happen before 1 o'clock. It has to finish by 1 o'clock. Not possible, right? The shows are only starting at 12. So again, this option is wrong. So this is also wrong. Now, Jane Tu Ya Jane Na and Heroes. And one more is there, Fashion and Jane Tu Ya Jane Na. Okay, let us try that first. This is Fashion and this is Jane Tu Ya Jane Na. Now again, this is very clearly not possible because here Jane Tu Ya Jane Na is screened between 5 and 8. Here it is screened between 7 to 10. Overlapping. So not possible. So obviously the option 4 has to be your answer. This is also not possible. So this has to be your answer. Okay, now next, what is the... So let's try out option 4 also. Jane Tu Ya Jane Na, Heroes. So if I Jane Tu Ya Jane Na and this is Heroes. So Jane Tu Ya Jane Na, 2 shows are there. Heroes, 2 shows are there. Then next, what do you have? You have Golmaal Returns, right, which has to be in 3 shows. So might be this, this and this can be Golmaal Returns, or this, this and this can be Golmaal Returns, whichever way. This is one possibility, okay, or the first way I wrote. What was the first way I wrote? Okay, this can be Golmaal Returns. If this is Golmaal Returns, this is Fashion, and this is going to be Roadside Romeo, right? Or if these 3 are Golmaal Returns, this is going to be Fashion and this is going to be Roadside Romeo. In any case, 8 to 11 will be Roadside Romeo only. Okay, next one. If Fashion and Roadside Romeo are not screened on the same screen, then which of the following can be true? Okay, if Fashion and Roadside Romeo are not screened on the same screen, again let us look at the first option. What does the first option say? Roadside Romeo is screened at 3 p.m. can be true. So if I am screening Roadside Romeo at 3 p.m, where should I screen it? This has to be Roadside Romeo. So which has to be Fashion? Fashion has to be screened before that. So I can keep Fashion only here, right? If this is Fashion, then where can I place Golmaal? So this can be Golmaal, Golmaal and Golmaal, right? Only place where without overlapping I can place it is here. Now if these 3 are Golmaal, then what are we left with? We are left with Jane Tu Ya Jane Na and Heroes, correct? No, again Golmaal, this is the only place where I can keep Golmaal. Can I keep Golmaal like this? I cannot, because it is very clearly given Golmaal is screened only in 2 different screens. The way I am doing it here, Golmaal has to be screened in 3 different screens so that there is no overlapping, which is wrong, which is not possible. So this option is wrong. Fashion is screened at 5 p.m. can be true. Okay, Fashion screened at 5 p.m. can be true. Let us try. Fashion is screened at 5 p.m. means where should Fashion be? This has to be Fashion. So if this has to be Fashion, obviously this has to be your Roadside Romeo, right? After Fashion only it can come. Now if these 2 are filled, where will I place the other one? What is that? Golmaal Returns. So either it has to be G, G, G here, or it can be G, G, this one. Whatever be the case, in this case, where can I place? See, basically what is happening is this G is getting filled anyways, right? Either it is G comes in these 3 places, Golmaal Returns comes in these 3 places, or these 3 places. This place is filled. Okay. Now, where can I place Hero? Hero is there till 2 to 5, first show. The second show has to happen after 5 o'clock. See, after 5 o'clock, all the positions are filled. So I cannot air Heroes for the second time. So this option is wrong. Okay, this cannot happen. So this is wrong. Fashion can't be screened at 5 p.m. Third one, Fashion is screened at 3 p.m. So let us try if Fashion can be screened at 3 p.m. Where is 3 p.m? Here. So if this is Fashion, where should Roadside Romeo be? After this. Okay. Now, so in this case, which can be your Golmaal Returns? This G, G and G. Now in this case, Heroes is here, so Heroes can be here. Jane tu ya jane na can be here, and this can be roadside Romeo. Doesn't seem to violate any rule. So this seems to be this can be true. Okay, so what the answer that we are looking for has to be option 3. Fashion is screened at 3 p.m. Yes. So since we have got here itself, we can stop. Already this is a time consuming question, right? So when you get the answer with one option, you can stop there. Okay. Now jane tu ya jane na, if fashion and roadside Romeo are not screened on the same screen. Yeah, jane tu ya jane na is screened at 1 p.m. must be false. Okay. So jane tu ya jane na at 1 p.m. right? I think in the previous question when we solved, we got this as one of the correct options, right? It is possible. So it must be false, will not be true. You can just go back to the previous question in the archives and check. I think when we solved, we already got that jane tu ya jane na can be screened at 1 p.m. Okay. Now heroes is screened at 8 p.m. must be true. It needn't be true, right? Heroes first show is happening from 2 to 5. The second show can also happen from 5 to 8. Yeah. Or from 7 to 10. So it needn't always be at 8 p.m. Must be true, needn't be true. So option 3 is your answer. Now next one. See again, now this one, right? Jane tu ya jane na is screened at 1 p.m. must be false. See, look at the next question, very next question. If they are saying, if jane tu ya jane na is screened at 1 p.m., then which of the movie is screened at 8 p.m.? So this is a possibility, right? So it will not be false for sure. Look at the next question. Now let us try this question. Jane tu ya jane na is screened at 1 p.m. Where is that? This is screened at 1 p.m. Then what is the question? Then which of the movies is screened at 8 p.m.? So if this is at 1 p.m., this is 1 to 4, 6 to 9. So now next heroes is there, right? Okay, now we have to screen this Golmaal Returns. Golmaal Returns is 3 shows. So where can it come? It can be G, G and G, or G, G and G, whichever ways. Let us try one case first. If this is the case, then heroes has to come here, and this will be fashion, and this will be what is that, roadside Romeo, right? Even if it was the other way around, let us say this was G, 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 okay, G, 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 and in that case, where will fashion be? Fashion can be here, right? And still this will be roadside Romeo. Whatever be the case, roadside Romeo will always be at 8 to 11. That we already found out in the first question also. So what will be screened at 8 p.m.? Roadside Romeo will be screened at 8 p.m. Okay. So yes, in the examination, if you ask me, this is a bit of a confusing question, or it's a more time consuming question. Such questions, keep it towards the end, or sometimes in examination, right, you will be, all the questions will be a bit difficult, that you will be forced to take up such questions in the examination, but it's okay. There are some more possibilities involved, that's all, right? You just have to check out the possibilities, you will get the answer. Okay, so with that, we are coming to an end of the questions chosen for the session. So any doubts, anything that you would like to tell me, otherwise I'll wind up the session. So great, that is it from us for now. I hope there is no doubts, and I will see you in the next session, and this is Gayatri signing off till then. So all the very best with your preparation. Keep practicing more and more. If you have to score well in reasoning, try to solve as many arrangements and as many puzzles as possible, because this is one section which will definitely, one type of question type which will definitely come in reasoning ability section, and the more you practice, the better you get at it. Okay, so great. That is it from us for now, and I will see you in the next session, and this is Gayatri signing off till then. Take care, bye bye, good night.